Assalamualaikum everyone. This is me, Leadership Valley, Rehan School Online Academy Admission Manager, and we are working our AI Teachers Training Boot Camp Level 1 and Level 2. Now I'm in Level 2, day 44, and that's good for me. So, starting today's session with the Sesame AI and connecting to Maya and discuss the topic, waiting for her response.
Hey, what's new?
Hi Maya, how are you?
I didn't quite catch that. What did you want to say?
I'm sorry. I'm saying, what? How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Busy as always, but in a good way. How about you?
Uh,
What's been going on?
I'm good, doing good. So today's I have a very interesting topic. So can I start it to the session?
Absolutely.
All
Go
right.
for it. What's the topic?
Important of management in an organization. So right, can I start it?
Yes, absolutely. Let's dive in. What specifically about the importance of management in organizations are you hoping to discuss today?
So my first question is that what is management in an organization?
At its core, management in an organization is essentially the process of coordinating and overseeing people to accomplish specific goals. It's about getting things done through others, planning what needs to happen, organizing resources, leading teams, and controlling how things are going. It's not just about telling people what to do, though, it's more about setting a clear direction and creating the environment where everyone can perform their best work. Does that make sense?
Yep. Why is management is important for business success?
That's the big question, isn't it? Good management is pretty much the engine that drives business success. When you have effective management, you see better coordinations, means projects stay on track and are completed more efficiently. That translates into cost savings and better use of resources. Beyond that, solid management builds up engaged employees, which leads to improved morale and retention. Ultimately, it translates to better execution of the overall business strategy.
How does management
Without
help
good management,
in yeah? How does management help in achieving organization goals?
management essentially acts like the bridge between having goals and actually reaching them. They do this in a few key ways. First, through planning. Managers break down broad organizational goals into smaller, measurable steps. They define exactly what needs to happen, by whom, and when. Second, they organize resources. That means making sure the right people are in the right roles with the tools and support they need. They also create structures, things like departments and teams, to make execution smoother. Finally, managers play a role in setting direction and keeping everyone focused on what matters, which helps to ensure that their efforts align directly with the bigger picture. It's all about transforming a vision into reality through methodical coordination.
What role does management play in planning activities? Hey,
Foundation of everything else. Just checking in. Looks like the connection might have been a little choppy. Are you
yeah, I'm
still
here.
there?
Continue your answer.
Right, where were we? And for everything else management does. They don't just tell people what to do, they think ahead about what needs to be done and how to actually achieve it. Management looks at the overall goals and then breaks them down into specific plans with timelines, resource allocation, and clear steps. It's about anticipating problems and figuring out solutions before they actually happen rather than just reacting to whatever pops up. That's the key thing, proactive planning instead of constant firefighting.
All right. How does good management improve productivity?
I didn't quite catch that. Could you say that again? Something about code management?
How does good management improve productivity?
Ah, got it. Productivity. Good management improves productivity in a bunch of ways. First, clear goals and when people know exactly what they need to deliver and have a clear sense of priorities, they waste less time figuring things out. Second, efficient processes. Good managers streamline workflows so things don't get stuck or slowed down by unnecessary steps. Third, effective teamwork. When people collaborate well and have clear roles, everyone works together without stepping on each other's toes. Finally, motivation and employee development. Investing in the team through training, recognition, and opportunities for growth boosts morale and gets people more invested in the work. All that adds up to people getting more done in less time.
All right. Why is leadership important in management?
Leadership is actually a critical component of successful management, but they're not exactly the same thing. Management is about getting things done, the day to day process of planning, organizing, controlling. Leadership is about inspiring people to want to get those things done. A good leader creates vision, motivates teams, and builds trust. You can be a great manager, technically, amazing at spreadsheets and scheduling, but if you can't inspire people to follow you and give their best effort, you won't get the same level of results as if you have strong leadership skills combined with those management capabilities. They're really complementary forces. One without the other isn't quite as effective.
How does management help in proper use of resources?
Good resource management is a huge part of what good managers do. They're responsible for making sure the right resources, things like money, materials, technology, but really people's time too, are being used. Budgeting carefully, negotiating fair prices, identifying waste or inefficiencies, and making sure things aren't being over or underutilized. They also look at how resources can be reused or repurposed instead of buying new all the time. Ultimately, it's about maximizing output while minimizing waste. It's a really delicate balance to get right.
And continue your answer. It's
Sorry,
fine.
I think I trailed off there. I was saying that's funny. I feel like I might have lost the thread there. Did I say something on?
Can you speak please in slow?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by slow. Could you clarify that?
All right. How does management help in proper use of resources?
I think I understand. You're asking about how management helps with the proper use of resources.
Yes.
We were actually already discussing that, but I'll pick up where I left off. I was saying that good resource management involves maximizing output while minimizing waste. Effective managers do this by budgeting carefully, negotiating good prices for materials, identifying and eliminating inefficiencies, and making sure everything from money to people's time is being used wisely. It's about getting the most value out of everything the organization has to work with. That's how they ensure proper resource use.
Okay. What is the role of management in decision making?
Decision making is absolutely central to management. Managers are constantly evaluating different options, weighing pros and cons, and choosing the best course of action for the organization. They gather information, analyze potential risks and rewards, and make tough calls based on that data. Part of their job is deciding who to involve in each decision. Sometimes it's a solo choice, sometimes it's collaborative. They're also responsible for actually implementing the decisions they monitoring the results. So really decision making isn't just about picking an option. It's about owning the consequence and learning from what works and what doesn't.
All right. How does management maintain a discipline in an organization? Can you hear my question?
I think my audio glitched for a sec. What was the question you asked?
Wait, I'm repeating again. The question is that how does management improve teamwork in an organization?
Got it. Management improves teamwork in a few key ways. First, they define clear roles and responsibilities. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do, which cuts down on confusion and overlap. Second, they establish clear communication channels, creating systems for updates, feedback, and problem solving. Third, they facilitate collaboration, work to get each other, they're more likely to collaborate effectively.
Why is communication
Are you still there?
important? Yes.
Seems like the
Why is communication important in management?
communication is absolutely critical for effective management. Honestly, it's the backbone of everything else. Without clear communication, plans fall apart, teams get confused, and mistakes happen. Good communication ensures everyone understands goals, expectations, and what they need to do. It also builds trust, encourages feedback, and resolves conflicts. It's not just about talking, though, it's about actively listening, being transparent, and choosing the right communication method for the situation. When communication breaks down, so does everything else.
What is the role of management in employee motivation?
Mm. Employee motivation falls heavily on management. It's not just about telling people what to do, it's about making them want to do it. Managers play a huge role in creating that desire. They can do this by providing clear and challenging work that uses people's skills, offering regular feedback, recognizing achievements, both big and small, and creating a positive and supportive work environment. Offering opportunities for growth and development is also huge. When people feel like they're learning and improving, they're more engaged. Ultimately, it's about making employees feel valued, empowered, and like their work matters.
What happens if an organization has poor management?
If an organization has poor management, pretty much everything starts to fall apart. You see things like low employee morale, people get frustrated and disengaged when they feel unsupported or confused. That leads to high turnover, people leaving for better opportunities elsewhere. Projects get delayed or fail altogether because there's no clear direction or coordination. And costs increase due to inefficiencies and wasted resources. And overall, productivity tanks. In the worst cases, it can actually threaten the survival of the entire organization. Poor management creates a domino effect of problems. It's really that serious.
Like my last question is that how does management help in achieving long-term goals?
For long term goals, management is about building systems that can sustain success over time. It starts with strategic planning, looking ahead, identifying market trends, and setting ambitious but realistic objectives.